Find the main problem. Before you start a business, do not start with the product. Start with the problem. Many people begin by asking, "What can I sell?" But that is not the strongest question. The better question is, what real pain can I solve for people? Because a proper business is not built from random ideas. It is built from problems that people already feel, already talk about, and already want to fix. When you find the main problem, everything becomes clearer. Your offer becomes easier to shape. Your marketing becomes more focused. Your message becomes stronger, and your customer understands why your solution matters. So before you launch anything, slow down and study the market. Listen to what people complain about. Look for repeated pain. Find the pattern behind the problem. Then focus on the core issue. Because clear problems create clear business opportunities. Most people start backward. Most people start a business backward. They begin with a product idea, then hope people will want it. They ask, "What can I sell?" But successful businesses ask a better question. What problem is worth solving? When you start with the product first, you are guessing. You may create a nice design, build a website, prepare content, and still struggle to get real demand. Because the market does not care about your product just because it exists. People care when your product solves something important for them. But when you start with the problem first, everything changes. You understand what people are dealing with. You see what frustrates them. You understand what they are already trying to fix. Then your solution feels necessary, not random. Product-first thinking creates risk. Problem-first thinking creates direction. A real problem has signals. A real business problem has signals. It is not just something people mention once, it is something painful, repeated, urgent, or costly. Pain means the problem creates frustration, stress, or loss. Frequency means it happens often enough for people to care. Urgency means people want a solution soon, not someday. Cost means the problem wastes time, money, energy, or opportunity. The stronger these signals are, the stronger the business opportunity becomes. Because real problems create action. People complain about them, they search for solutions, they ask questions, they try alternatives. And sometimes, they already spend money trying to fix them. So do not only look for ideas, look for evidence of pain. Strong pain creates clear demand. Look where people struggle. To find a strong business idea, look where people struggle. Problems usually appear in 5 places: delays, complaints, confusion, wasted time, and lost money. If people are waiting too long, there may be a problem. If they keep complaining, there may be a problem. If they feel confused about what to choose, how to use something, or where to start, there may be a problem. If they waste too much time doing something manually, there may be a problem. And if they are losing money because of a bad process, bad product, or missing solution, there may be a business opportunity. Do not only watch trends, watch friction. Friction shows where the market is uncomfortable. And where people feel friction, they often look for a better solution. Listen before you build a product. Listen, the market is already giving you clues. You can find them in reviews, comments, direct messages, communities, forums, and customer conversations. People often describe their problems in their own words. They say things like, "I wish this was easier," "I cannot find a good solution," "This takes too much time," or "Why does nobody fix this?" These words are not random. They are signals. When many people repeat the same frustration, you are not just hearing complaints, you are seeing demand. So do not build only from your imagination. Build from what people are already struggling with. Because patterns in words reveal patterns in pain. Test if the problem is real. Once you find a possible problem, do not assume it is real. Test it. A real problem creates action. People search for solutions. They ask others for advice. They create workarounds. They use tools that are not perfect, just to reduce the pain. And most importantly, they may be willing to pay for a better solution. So ask yourself 4 questions. How often does this problem happen? How urgent is it? Are people already trying to solve it in another way? And would they pay to make it easier, faster, or better? If the answer is yes, the problem may be strong enough for a business. Because real problems do not stay silent, they push people to act. Define the problem clearly. After you find the problem, you need to define it clearly. A vague problem creates a vague business. So use a simple formula. Who is struggling? What are they struggling with? Why is it happening? And what result do they want instead? For example, do not just say, people need better marketing. That is too general. Say small business owners struggle to create consistent content because they do not have a clear brand message, and they want a simple system to attract customers. Now the problem is clearer. You know the person. You know the pain. You know the cause. And you know the desired outcome. Clear problem definition makes your offer stronger, your content sharper, and your business easier to understand. Turn problem into business. Once the problem is clear, you can turn it into a business. The process is simple. First, define the problem. Second, create a solution that directly reduces the pain. Third, package that solution into a clear offer. And fourth, explain the value in a way people understand quickly. A good business idea is not just something creative, it is something useful, believable, and easy to connect with a real need. If the problem is confusing, the offer will also be confusing. But if the problem is clear, the offer becomes much easier to sell. So do not ask only, what product can I create? Ask, what pain can I reduce? Because a clear problem leads to a clear solution, and a clear solution becomes a stronger business. Common mistakes. When people choose a business problem, they often make 4 mistakes. The first mistake is starting with the product. They create the solution before they understand the pain. The second mistake is chasing trends. Just because something is popular does not mean it is profitable. The third mistake is solving a vague problem. If the problem is not specific, the solution will not feel necessary. And the fourth mistake is skipping validation. You may believe the idea is good, but the market has to prove it. Do people care? Do they search for help? Do they complain about it? Would they pay for a better solution? Do not guess. Verify. Because assumptions can make you build the wrong business. Clarity comes from evidence. Final takeaway. Here is the final takeaway. Do not build the business first and search for customers later. Find the problem first. Then build the business around it. A strong business starts with clear pain. When you understand the pain, you can create a better solution. When the solution is clear, your offer becomes easier to explain. And when your offer is easy to understand, your marketing becomes much stronger. So before you launch your next idea, ask yourself, who has this problem? How often does it happen? How painful is it? Are they already trying to solve it? And would they pay for a better solution? Because business is not about selling random products. Business is about solving real problems for real people. Clear pain creates clear business ideas. If you want more animated business lessons like this, subscribe to SIVRA, and tell us in the comments what you are struggling with in your business right now. Your challenge might become the next SIVRA video.